Protein Power. It's your coach, Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX right here. This is the show I do every week talking about your nutrition. And today, we're getting into MyFitnessPal and those macros that come up for you when you submit the kind of starter macros. We're going to talk a little bit about those. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please make sure you share the video. If you get anything out of it, I do these as a free value add for everybody who can watch, to learn, to get further along with whatever goal you got. And on Protein Power, I'm teaching you how to take power and control over your damn nutrition. All right, let's kick it off. So this is actually a fan question, came from my questions on Instagram. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, please go over there and do that at TeamFFLEX. And you can submit to me your suggestions for content for the shows. Obviously, you know, Protein Power is just one of those shows that I run every single week that I'm doing literally Monday through Friday. We got shows covering everything. So you can get your questions in. I love it. I want to cover it. So please do that. But this is from a fan question, and I thought it was actually a good one because I've actually heard it many, many times over the years. And that is, okay, the starting macros on MyFitnessPal, right, or any of these tracking apps, realistically. This question is specifically about MyFitnessPal, but this covers all of them. There's those starting macros when you start, right? So you get the app, maybe you're not working with a coach or something like that. You're taking, the chance, you're working on it on your own, you're getting started, whatever. You want to start tracking. MyFitnessPal and other apps will auto-generate you some suggestions for calories and macros and stuff like that based on the goals and what you input in your kind of startup consultation with that app. Are these accurate is the question. Are these actually what you should be doing, right? And people ask me this all the time because obviously I coach tons and tons of people over the years, and this has come up where I'll send them a set of macros or a set of calories and stuff like that, and it will not match what MyFitnessPal tells them when they first download it, and they're like, whoa, which one am I doing? Why are you having me on such different ones? All right, so let's talk exactly about this and how it kind of works and what's important to know, okay? So the MyFitnessPal calorie suggestions, macro suggestions are exactly that. They're just suggestions, okay? It's doing its best. It's an auto-generated calculation based on the stuff that you put into it. So basically it's going to ask you for your height, your weight, your age, all these different things, your goal, how fast you want to lose body fat or how fast you want to build, and then it's going to ask you your activity level. And then it's going to spit you out some generic starting point numbers. Literally, that's all you can get out of it. It's just starting point. It's not going to be accurate for actually getting your goals in the fastest, best possible way, and it definitely won't be accurate in the long haul, okay? And so basically, it's just a starting point. It's not actually made specifically, to go with what you're doing or whatever. It's going based on the answers you tell it. And the problem is a lot of people don't even know how they would tell the damn AI machine running this thing exactly what they're doing anyway to get the exact accurate macros, okay? And so here's what I mean. I work with tons and tons of people. I've had thousands and thousands of transformations over the years. It's crazy actually how many transformations I've worked with. And basically what I know from doing all this and what you could get from any of the coaches on TeamFFLEX is the fact that basically your training and your nutrition must match if you expect to get good results, okay? They have to match. And what I mean by that is they gotta go hand in hand, right? People come and message me all the time. They'll DM me, be like, hey, can you make me a meal plan? Can you make me just a workout macros? I mean, can you just make me macros? In other words, they just want the nutrition because they already have a workout plan. They already have someone doing their workouts. And I always say, no, I can't. I won't just do the nutrition. And guess what? I also won't just do your training because I know the results come from them both working together, and that's the only way you get results. And so if I give you half, I'm basically gypping you, right? If somebody's going to sell you half a fucking program, then they're basically cheating you out of the results you could actually have, which is not my jam. So for the most part, I stick to always doing training and nutrition together. Now this is where MyFitnessPal and their auto-generated code is going to mess that up. Because when you put your activity level in and it says like, oh, you work out every day or you're not sedentary or all this and that, that's a wide variety of what you could actually be doing, right? Someone could say they're working out 4 times a week, but they're texting more than they're actually working out in the damn gym. They're going to get a calorie intake and stuff like that that's not set for them accordingly, right? They could go to the gym, think that a workout is doing 2 machines and go home, and that'd be it, and then they're putting into MyFitnessPal that they're working out 5 times a week or something like that, right? And then, not sedentary, what does that even mean these days? Like, how does that even What does that exactly mean? What activity level are you actually at? Are you someone that walks on their feet and carries heavy shit all day like a construction worker? Or are you walking around your office back and forth bringing papers from room to room, right? And so these things come into play, all that you gotta know when it comes into, but the most important thing is that the training has to match the nutrition, and the nutrition has to match the training. So they have to go hand in hand. So how do you really make sure they go hand in hand? Most important thing, they gotta go hand in hand. The training, the nutrition, they gotta match. No way around it. You want the best results, you want it the fastest, you gotta match these things. And so how you do it is you make sure that they're both designed for you, custom to you and your goals, and that you get them from the same damn place, okay? So this is where MyFitnessPal becomes a problem, because it doesn't know what you're doing for training. It doesn't know what sets and reps. It doesn't know what exercise. It doesn't know how frequently. It's making you a guess estimate based on what's going on, okay? And then of course, yeah, you can try to add in your exercise and all this. It's all just gonna give you a rough best guess, apparently equals rust, estimates that are not actually going to get you where you want to be as fast as you could, right? Okay? So the crazy thing is, I've worked with tons of clients over the years that actually had tried the generic set of these macros from these different apps, and they were trying it for months and not getting where they wanted to be, following the exact procedures, doing all this and that. And then, you know, I put them on a custom macro program that I designed, and then wham, it's like that. Lights out, they're getting results now. Lights on, in other words. They're getting all these crazy results, and now it's happened all the way. When they thought it was maybe the macro approach, right? The flexible dieting approach maybe didn't work. Something like that didn't work. No, in reality, the numbers weren't set right. These generic kind of machines and things like that are going to generate this stuff, even though they're AI, you know, whatever, they're not a human being. They're not a coach, in other words. They're not someone like me that has a ton of experience, or some other coach that's been doing it for years and knows how people are going to respond and knows that the training and the nutrition have to match and then can adjust things, right? This is another thing that all these miss. I mean, yeah, it's an artificial intelligence where you can upload the, oh, my weight's this now, and it'll try to spit you some new numbers, but is that in reality what's going to work? How does the damn artificial intelligence machine in the app know what's going on with you in your actual life? How does it know that your weight's not up because you missed a night of sleep, or maybe you had something with too much sodium? How does it know any of this stuff? It doesn't, okay? And you can't communicate it to it. That's the advantage of having a coach, someone you can work with, someone you can talk to, someone that is a real human being that can structure your program. And this is my kind of ongoing rant that I always say about these things, you know, doing a generic Google search program or doing, you know, any of these apps basically at this point where it's automatically generated. Yeah, it saves you money. Yeah, sure, it might save you money, but it wastes your time. So what's more valuable, right? Your time or your money? If you want to invest in yourself and get the best results, then you got to invest in yourself and get the best results. You can't download some free app. You can't go get some Google search program. You can't do these things and expect great results just because you did them. It's going to basically come down to the fact that if you want the best results, it's got to be built the right way. And you're going to have to invest in yourself to either learn the stuff, like go get an education on nutrition and on training and get certified and learn all the stuff that it takes trainers like me years and years to learn, and then you can program yourself and have a great time, or you get a coach, okay? I'm never an advocate of like, yeah, look for the easiest way to do this. Look for the biggest way that you can cut off saving a few, you know, dollars to basically cheat yourself out of results and also waste a ton of time, probably put yourself through some fad diets and other garbage stuff that's not going to get you where you want to be, right? And so with that, MyFitnessPal, these other apps that auto make up these calories, they're just suggestions. That's what you have to know. They're just suggestions. They're a starting place. Sure, is it great if you're not in a spot to be getting a coach, or you know, you're not in a spot to be working with somebody? Then yeah, sure, it's a good place to start. But will it work long term? Absolutely not. Unfortunately, to say it will not work long term, because nothing, no approach, a lot of coaches coach this way too, by the way, no approach that doesn't change will work long term. It has to adapt, right? Everything's got to adapt with you. It's got to go with you as you grow. So as you lose weight, your macros got to change. As you gain weight, your macros got to change. As your training program change, your macros got to change. As your activity level changes, your macros got to change. And all this is going to happen throughout your journey, right? There's going to be so many times that, hey, if you do have a weight loss goal, well, if you get 5 pounds down and you're trying to lose 30, now you might need to look at changing some stuff. Your training, your nutrition, everything's got to change. If it doesn't change, then you're not going to change, because you got to fucking change if you're looking for change, fam. numbers, they're not the most accurate. They are best guess ballpark to start you off. At the end of the day, though, they're not going to get you where you want to be most likely. I've never heard of, in my career, anyone who ever took the auto-generated numbers or some generic program on the internet or anything like that and turned that into a great result, a great end game. I've never heard of anyone that lost 50 pounds following the suggested macros from an app or, some artificial intelligence thing. I have heard these stories thousands of times over for people that actually worked hand in hand with a coach, and that's because it's a real human being, something that can benefit you, somebody that can monitor you and adapt with you and change things as needed to get you where you want to be. And so that's what I always suggest. If you want help with this, go to TeamFFLEX.com, and me or one of my kick-ass coaches, you subscribe to our trial, we'll literally show you how to do this stuff for free. There's no obligation. It's totally free. It's just to give back to the fitness community, so please make sure you do that. But mainly, overall, understand that, it's not the best option to try to cut corners. And no matter if you're going to invest in a coach with us at TeamFFLEX or a coach somewhere else, please understand that that's going to be far, far better no matter where you go than doing any of these auto-generated numbers from anything. A lot of people go into the same stuff for the calculators online and whatnot. Like, hey, can I just run these online? Can I look up if it fits your macros calculator online and run those numbers? No, it won't work. It'll do the same thing. Starting point numbers. It'll get you on the start, but it will not get you to the finish. It will never get you to the finish because it doesn't grow with you. It doesn't adapt with you. It doesn't understand you as a human being. It's an artificial intelligent equation, some code that somebody put in the damn internet once, and that's all it is. And so with that, you have to understand that if you want the results, you want the long-term stuff, you want to actually get where you want to be and enjoy it, and you don't want to waste a ton of time, you don't want to try 50 free online approaches that don't work, well, guess what? Invest in yourself. And that's what it takes in life. If the car breaks down, you don't go try to Google search how to fix it yourself most of the time, unless you have some experience doing it. Most of the time, you can take it to a damn mechanic because you understand that the car, you don't know how to make the car. You might know how to drive the damn car, but you don't know how to make the car. And the same thing comes down to your training and your nutrition. I'm a huge advocate of getting a coach. I'm a huge advocate of everybody having coaches. Shit, I coach coaches. I coach people that run their own businesses. I'm coaching them for their fitness goals. I'm doing all that stuff because basically, at the end of the day, coaches should have coaches. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a mentor, somebody in their back that can keep an eye on them, keep them on time, and whenever their head starts messing with you, right, because your head will do this on any journey, any goal, they can keep you in line. And so it's a huge advantage, something that helps, and somebody who's an expert in it, it's just like having a mechanic. If you want the car fixed, you pay the fucking mechanic. And that's the end of the whole kind of gig. So generic macros, generic anything online, not suggesting it. Don't even try it. Just go get what you need to do. Again, if you go to TeamFFLEX.com right now, subscribe to the free trial. We'll show you how to do this stuff. It's free. All right, fam? That's what you should do. I mean, honestly, if you're serious about results and you need help with nutrition and you don't do the free trial, you're just basically not serious at all. All right, so thanks for watching Protein Power. I'm Coach Rye from TeamFFLEX. I'll be back here every single Monday. Today is a Monday, I believe. And tomorrow I'm back here for Iron Palace, and it shows all week, so please make sure you subscribe. Please share it. And thank you for watching. Coach Rye is fucking out.